The industrious Chinese have built up the country with skyscrapers, shopping malls, roads and bridges, and now they have built a giant mega airport. Not only is China experiencing a boom period in the space, information technology and automobile industries, but also in aviation. According to Bloomberg, China's auto market is expected to surpass the US by 2022, and the nation needs new infrastructure solutions for its skyrocketing passenger traffic. One such solution is the second international airport in Beijing, Daxing. The area of the building, the Air Harbor Terminal, is 1 million square meters, making it the second largest airport terminal building in the world after the new airport in Istanbul. The area of the entire airport is 47 square kilometers. Dasin is a 5-pointed star, the length of each of the beams, which are almost 600 meters. The 5 rays are decorated according to various Chinese traditions. The first is dedicated to Chinese gardens, the second to agriculture, the third to silk, the fourth to porcelain, and the fifth, of course, to tea. The foundation stone was laid on December 26, 2014. Work began on March 15, 2016. The terminal has 82 gates with telescopes, and each of them has exits to 4 floors, which house domestic departures, international departures, domestic arrivals and international arrivals, respectively. Due to such architectural solution, any aircraft can be parked at any flight ramp. With the traditional scheme of terminal construction, if an aircraft arrives from the international direction and then departs from the domestic one and vice versa, the passengers of at least one of the flights go by bus. This is excluded here. The system of rainwater harvesting and use for water supply is also worth mentioning as an interesting engineering solution. The airport has 4 runways with a length of 3,400 to 3,800 meters. It can take passenger planes of all types. Despite the scale, the airport is designed for a passenger flow of 45 million people a year. The same number, for example, was handled in 2018 by Moscow Sheremetyevo Airport. It is expected, however, that by 2025 there will be 72 million passengers and later up to 100. This will require the construction of new terminals. So far, the largest airport in the world in terms of passenger traffic is Atlanta in the United States, with 105 million passengers, and in the future it should be overtaken by the new airport in Istanbul. The second largest airport in the world, 98 million passengers, is Beijing's Old Shadu Airport. It is not going to be closed when the new airport opens, but some domestic flights will be transferred from there. 80% of the traffic of the new airport will come from the airlines INASA Ozan and China Instant. The first technical flight of the new airport Daxing received on January 22nd. From January 25th began testing the terminal by volunteers. Fully start operation of the airport with passengers is scheduled for September this year. At the same time will begin operation of a major railway hub, located under the airport, serving high-speed trains. The first floor is allocated for the arrival of international flights. The second will be domestic flights. From the third floor it is possible to fly on domestic routes using automatic check-in counters. And the fourth floor will take all international arrivals and domestic departures through served check-in desks. The other floors are technical rooms and recreation areas. Escalators lead to all floors from the underground railway station. Many airports worldwide have separate routes for transfer and transit passengers, but in this case the concept is completely different, and any traveler navigating through the airport will be in the right place as quickly as possible. Beijing Daxing meets the highest environmental standards. The terminal will have a rainwater harvesting system. The design of the building uses natural lighting, natural ventilation, and other energy-saving technologies. It is known that the project is under the personal attention of Chinese President Xi Jinping. The new airport is located in the south of Beijing, 46 kilometers from the city center. It is planned to relieve the congestion at Xiaoda Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world. The distance between the two major airports will be about 70 kilometers. The roof of the airport is already recognized as the largest in the world. The steel roof of the airport terminal, which on the area is equal to 25 soccer fields. In the development of its design was involved world-renowned architect and designer Zaha Hadid. The airport has already set another record. It is the world's largest single building without structural seams, so that this flower does not vibrate because of the passing directly under it high-speed trains. Builders used more than 1,000 dampers, special devices for damping vibrations. Trains can easily pass the terminal at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. The passengers in the building feel nothing. In the shape of the building resembles a phoenix. The architects want to link the building of the new airport terminal with the already existing Xiaoda Airport, the shape of which reminds of another mythical animal, the Chinese dragon. According to project manager Li Jinhua, Daxing is not only an airport, but also the largest transport hub in China, in the construction of which some $15 billion were invested. Daxing will be able to accept up to 620,000 flights per year. According to the project, the capacity of the air harbor by 2025 may reach 72 million people, and it will have to handle up to 2 million tons of cargo per year. Due to the fact that the building has a radial arrangement in the form of a 5-pointed star, it will take no more than 8 minutes to get from any of the 82 telescopes. That's why those who think that such a huge area will require a lot of time to get around are mistaken. After all, in the structure of the building, everything is thought out in detail, including the adapted barrier-free environment designed for movement of people with disabilities. On this point, Chief Engineer of Daxing International Airport, Guo Yanqi said, "Although this is a large building, you won't feel the distance when you are inside. Standing in the middle, you can see the end of the air hall, which is only 600 meters from the center point. If a passenger can see it all, they won't be nervous." According to the Civil Aviation Administration of China and project manager Li Jinhua, in creating an air harbor of this scale, the needs of visitors were thoroughly calculated and taken into account. Therefore, the entire infrastructure of the hub is aimed at satisfying the maximum efficiency and convenience of passengers. And it is indeed so, because not for nothing, even before its opening, it is already considered the most complex engineering project in the history of aviation. 11 settlements were demolished for construction. Another 24 were displaced because of anticipated noise pollution. The total number of displaced citizens was about 20,000. Compensation lump sum payments are $150,000 per property owner, and a $300 monthly rental subsidy for new housing.